Evening. So I was contemplating doing a silent video, but it's too painful, so I'm not doing a silent video, and instead I'm doing the first half silent, and then I'm going to start babbling on and being annoying and talking to the camera. So we're out in the woods again. This is unexpected. I popped down to film a different video, and which I filmed. I was due to be out with my wife, but she's not feeling great, so I'm staying out. For anyone thinks I'm a bad husband, the not feeling great was entirely self-inflicted, and she's fine. She'll be happy at home watching the telly. So I've got an unexpected night out in the woods, which is great. I'll be sleeping in my hammock, which you've seen me put up. So that's the Amok Draumr. I can't wait to spend a night in that. I'm also camping in a new spot in the wood. You probably notice some items in the background, so you might be able to see the large parachute that is behind, and you've seen the fire pit. I'll give you a proper tour of the woodland later on in another video. Just trying to get a decent bed of coals on the fire. It's going to take another half an hour or so. I've got some pretty big logs on there. I have in fact eaten and drunk nothing at all today, and it is currently 5 o'clock, so I might make myself a cup of tea on a quick gas stove to try and get something into me. Tonight, as I mentioned, this is an unexpected night out, so I don't have any proper food. So dinner tonight is very simple. It's going to be a dal aloo matar, the looks of it. Quite excited about that, and a packet of rice. And a little dribble of water, just help it heat up. Delish. Straight out of the pan. So I've mentioned these dals before. I don't understand why they're not standard camping meals. You spend like 10 quid on some crappy camping meal, or you can spend 2 quid on one of these, and they're absolutely delicious. Brewdog Punk IPA, alcohol free. Get kicked off with this, so cheers. It tastes pretty good, and I get through a lot of alcohol-free beer. I reckon I drink, on average, 2 to 3 cans of alcohol-free beer a day. All camp chores are done. I've got enough wood for the night. All I've got to do is sit, read my book, chill out, and jump in the hammock later after I've watched the fire for an hour or so. Morning. You'll notice, or you may have noticed, that I am not in the hammock, and there's a good reason for that. 2 AM, got up to go to the loo, and shuffled my way out of the sleeping bag and all the rest of it, and then got back in the hammock, and I'm shuffling to get myself back into the sleeping bag, and I heard a really loud crack like that. And I'm like, that's weird. That doesn't sound like one of the straps moving. I better get out and check that. So I got out and checked it, and I had a good look at the tree that I think it came from. And I'm thinking, is that dead? Is that a dead standing tree? It's really hard to tell because it's autumn and all the leaves are off it. And it's dark, so I couldn't quite check whether there were lots of little twigs on it or not, which is normally a good indicator. I camped somewhere new last night, so I didn't know. I didn't know the trees well enough. So I'll have a look this morning. It could be something else, you know, but I just sat there and thought that's just a big old tree that you're attached to, and I don't fancy that coming down on my head in the night. So I haven't heard anything come down, but 2 AM I had to get up. Had to go and get another tent at the car, pop that up, and then move all my stuff over. And then I slept very comfortably, and I've just woken up. It's actually quite late. So I slept in, which is a delight. But I'm gonna go and get up now and assess the damage. But fortunately, I'm not dead. I'm still alive and kicking. But seriously, if that tree had come down, I mean, when I did get finally into bed, I started going through some scenarios in my head of what would have happened if that tree would have come down on me, and that none of them ended well because it was a very large tree, and it's would have slammed into me. So let's get up and let's get some tea on. So this is my home for the night, or for the second half of the night. This is the Nature Hike Cloud Up 2. It's a brilliant tent. I should probably do a review video for this tent actually. I've spent a lot of time in this tent. It's small, packs down light, freestanding, has its own footprint. Happy days. So this is the tree, and it is definitely dead standing. I think I was fooled. I don't think I was fooled. I think I just didn't check properly. That was really stupid. It's definitely a dead standing tree. Very glad I didn't spend the night underneath that, because that is a heavy piece of timber. So if you look at all these mushrooms, all this fungus, it's all growing off the tree I was attached to. Schoolboy error. And maybe is that, I wonder if that crack is the crack that I put into it last night. Who knows? Either way, very, very bad choices. You know what, the more I think about it, the more I think that was just an unacceptable, stupid oversight on my behalf. This is a really big piece of timber, and if that thing came down in the night and I heard it crack, I'm absolutely certain that that's what it was now. I mean, I spent a lot of nights in the wood. It's just such a classic thing, isn't it? You check the trees before you attach your hammock to them, and somehow I didn't. This one, absolutely fine. I was just wandering around. I just saw a good spot and thought that will do. I didn't follow the classic rule, you know? You check the tree, and it is clearly dead. There are leaves, still green leaves growing around it. It's got ivy on it, and there's another tree that's got branches around it. Maybe I looked and thought, yeah, it's fine because it's got leaves coming off it. But then those leaves are not from this tree. They're from another tree right next to it. It fooled me. Or I was just lazy, I didn't check. Unfortunately, I just don't know now. But I'm really frustrated with myself. Like I say, I've got 2 children. You can't be taking risks like that. It's just completely and utterly stupid. But there you go. I did it. All ended fine. Didn't particularly enjoy spending having to get up at 2 AM and put another tent up. It's not good. I do have comments on the Draumr. When you're in it, it's really comfortable. It's a very, very nice way to sleep. But there are problems, and I'm not sure how we deal with them. And there are problems with high mosquito environments. So when I'm on my wilderness trips, there's a lot of mosquitoes. I mean, there's endless thousands upon thousands of mosquitoes. I don't know how you're supposed to get in and out of that without getting thousands of mosquitoes inside it with you. I'm gonna have to do a bit of research to find out if there's a technique or something you're supposed to do, or maybe you have a can of bug spray and you get in and you spray it off. There are plenty of guys that use these in high mosquito environments and they're not complaining about it, so there's got to be a way of doing it. And secondly, and I'll show you this, if you look at the mesh, the bug mesh that goes across the top, you can see that on the edges that there's a ridgeline coming out of it. Now that ridgeline passes through 2 small holes, the little eyelets that are in the mesh. I reckon a mosquito could get in through those little eyelets. I mean, there's not a lot of space, but mosquitoes are not huge. And when you're dealing with a high mosquito environment where there's literally thousands of them everywhere, and they're all attracted to you, you know, that they literally cling on to you and follow you around wherever you go, I think it's extremely likely that they're going to find their way through those holes and you're going to get bitten in the night. I don't know.
So I got some question marks. I'm going to carry on playing with it and carry on sleeping with it in a safer environment. I still haven't had a night in it, which is pretty frustrating. Although I did get some really good sleep in it the first couple of hours. What I would say is getting in and out of it, it is a pain in the arse. You know, it's not as easy as getting into a tent. But you do have a better view. I could have woken up and I could have looked out across the forest. And that's kind of why I wanted it. All in all, fantastic night. Really enjoyed it. Very unexpected to be able to get an overnight in the woods that wasn't scheduled in. So that was really good. I'm very glad that I didn't get killed by a crushed tree because of, frankly, my own stupidity. Always check above your heads, kids. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.